Curiosity is the cornerstone to a creative and innovative nation. Please welcome to the stage House of Science representing Tauranga.
Kia ora, my name is Calvin Clout and I'm the Deputy Mayor of Tauranga City Council, and I'm delighted to be supporting this amazing new initiative, which is only 2 years old. Creating effective links between business and education sectors, 33 individual businesses have invested in this program. With a huge community impact, more than 1,000 children every week are doing science hands-on in the classroom, fostering future innovators which will bring economic benefits to the Bay of Plenty region and the nation as a whole. Represented by Chris Duggan and Jane Hoggard, I give you the House of Science.
%73% of primary schools do not have an effective science program in place. New Zealand's education system is falling behind in science and maths. A growing number of schools are ditching science from the compulsory curriculum in Year 11 because it is too difficult for some pupils. I believe it is vital that science is recognised to be as important as literacy and numeracy. Science needs attention, not abandonment. I think everybody needs some level of understanding of issues like climate change and genetic modification and nanotechnology. These things are going to impact on young people's lives. Chris Duggan, an experienced secondary science teacher, spent 15 years in the classroom with a growing concern that science in primary schools is too hit and miss, and as a result secondary teachers struggle to engage and enthuse students in this crucial subject. Aware that primary teachers lack resources and confidence to teach science, she started to look for ways to overcome these barriers. She also identified a need for local scientists to develop closer links with secondary schools. Many students had no idea of the exciting science-related opportunities on their doorstep. Much of their and the community's view of science careers was grossly outdated. So Chris left her teaching job and set up a charitable trust called House of Science. She was adamant something could be done and that the local community should be at the heart of it. At the start of 2014, the House of Science Tauranga opened its doors and started operating a science resource library, boxes of equipment delivered to primary schools for teachers to use in their classroom. Professional development for primary and secondary teachers also commenced, with guest speakers from local industries sharing their science journeys. After school and holiday programs for children from 8 years old began and a robotics club was set up. In just 2 years, the House of Science has grown into a formidable presence in the local community. The concept is so well received in Tauranga that other areas have taken up the model. At the start of 2016, there were 7 House of Science branches in the country, with more signing up every few months. The goal of raising scientific literacy across all ages and ethnicities is becoming a reality. One family, one school, one town at a time.
Hi, I'm Jane, a volunteer at the House of Science in Tauranga. I knocked on Chris's door at the beginning of last year after reading about the House of Science in the local newspaper. I was keen to volunteer my services to an organisation that was successfully managing to address a problem that I was very aware of through my own children's schooling, the lack of science being taught in primary schools. My involvement has been in the research and development of new science boxes for the resource library. This has given me the opportunity to revisit areas of science that I had long forgotten, which has been challenging but also very rewarding. It is an amazing experience being part of the House of Science, especially working with a large group of fellow volunteers who are as passionate about science and technology as I am. The feedback that we receive about what we are doing in the schools and in our community really make us all feel that what we are doing is worthwhile and that we are starting to make a difference.
And I'm Chris, the House of Science Director. Our volunteers are one of our greatest assets. Their tireless commitment to the vision of the House of Science is one of the main reasons that we've been able to grow and expand as fast as we have, and the reason that we're here today. Now you might be wondering, what's all this fuss about science?
One of the things that sets us apart in the animal kingdom is our curiosity in the world around us. From our earliest age, we initiate our own interest in finding out how things work. We explore our natural world and want to construct, pull apart, and try to match things. It is curiosity that nurtures our thirst to learn.
And I bet you're all curious about my mystery box. What's going on inside here? How are those ropes connected? And more importantly, will she tell us? Well, no, I want to keep you curious.
Sadly, our education system ignores the nurturing of curiosity as a key platform for learning at the very time in children's lives when it could benefit the most.
At the House of Science, we've developed a unique initiative that fosters creativity and curiosity. But I hear you say, surely schools are doing this?
One of the challenges we face is the perception in our community and schools that science is complicated and should be left to the experts, that it requires specialist equipment and knowledge. What have you got there, Chris?
Well, this is what I call my pocket rocket, Jane. No specialist equipment here, just a couple of film canisters and some everyday kitchen ingredients. She says, waiting patiently.
Really?
Really?
Really? You're
Yep.
kidding. Oh. So what would I have to do to make that rocket go higher? What would happen if I changed some of the ingredients? How could I make it a louder bang?
I'm glad you asked, Jane. This is one of my favourite experiments because it gets you asking a raft of questions that get people thinking scientifically. It's that curiosity again, fostering good questions and leading to great scientific discussions. Now, the other key component to our success is the investment from local businesses. Their financial commitment to the Science Resource Library ensures the sustainability of our operation. They can see how their long-term investment is critical for raising scientific literacy and in turn will benefit the local economy. Now this will give you an idea of the impact on our community. 52 volunteers are contributing over 150 hours of their time every single week. 320 teachers attended science professional development at the House of Science last year. And over 15,000 local primary school students have had access to our science resources in their classroom. Now, we're extremely privileged to be here today and want to thank Trustpower and the Tauranga City Council for this opportunity. Thank you very much.